key. I understand.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Gah. Just like the dream I had before, but when did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. Just I'm not used to relying on others. I asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just your personality. Huh? So, you said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own? So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything? I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, finally able to. Alright, what's up? What should your ability? What everyone should know me for. The ultimate detective. Ultimate detective? That's the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy. There was someone I had to find in the school. Find someone who? Well, it's the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why do you want to find the headmaster? Yo. Excuse my phone. What?
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child. Turns out he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Yoko's dad. He's Hope's Peak headmaster? And that explains my alter ego. Told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster. Huh. My memory hadn't come back at that point. When he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now. Of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto. I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I said that based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Seen there. The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right? That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope Peak Academy, found in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. Map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. Assumed that if that were true, that room would most likely hold more clues, so I went to check. That's when I finally remembered. Remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. There to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there. Once I got there, I noticed the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? Hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school, that is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean? Can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must have been important. Really ominous. Rocket ship. It's a rocket and a tank. Better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Of course, once I got okay. Which is why I had no idea what was going on. Has to do with Mukuro Ikosaba, doesn't it? Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her? All I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikosaba was to get me killed. To get you killed? Stole that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they want to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. I mean, because of the school regulations? Exactly.
In other words,
Mastermind is adamant about following the rules. And with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikosaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. Could have been you, Makoto. Oh, yeah. I could have been the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean during the night? I can hear them, you know. Footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this,
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread and looked down at the stairwell. I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I fell to it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assassin was, they ended up dead.
correct.
The murder was disguised. The dojo key wound up in my room. This be the work of the mastermind. I hate the reaction thing, bro. So all this would mean whoever killed Mukuro was also the mastermind, right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Hey, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use a class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. It's not just Mukuro. The class trial to kill me, but it seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all
In
mean?
other words,
Because the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. More, I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. Identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Mukuro is the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused the event. Talking about. Oh. Tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
It would seem
The despicable group whose only purpose was motivation comes from despair.
indeed.
There, make no mistake. They're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. That is a real enemy. Yeah, wait. Yeah, nobody stinking died that chapter. I'll just overwrite this file. Yeah. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. We have a way to open this door. Yeah, you see a key. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? Of course I do. It's absolutely a vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. You can open any door in the school, right? That's right. We should be able to use it on that door, right? Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. And then, click. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
Now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Quickly opened the door and made our escape. Garbage pit! Finally. We were finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ooh. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Well, this has to be the last chapter, man. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There's a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Huh. The ladder was impossibly long. Couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. Now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So,
Ever since I can remember. Come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
Detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. That's why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. It's our family creed, and we must do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, I was looking up info about the school online. I never saw anything about her. Because she hit her. Because she hit herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up on some of that pride. Huh?
I...
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing there was. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. The reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope Peak, because that's how much you want to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? Absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father, huh? You reuniting after all those years, you would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
Nothing I want to talk to my father
However,
about. There's something I want to say to him, though. What?
I...
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? Last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself. Apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in the line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising
However,
future, but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, they left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. Sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell, couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was, compared to her usual self, she was more talkative, more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. I think it was a good thing. The rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me his entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him, and tell him we're no longer family, in order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, just to cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. Didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. After I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're
That's
back. Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? Fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. Reach my hand right up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... looks like we're back.
Whew.
I can't believe how long the ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. How we got it at the garbage pit. I would imagine that's where this led. So, what do we do now? Glad I didn't die, of course. But if the Mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you two. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. It's not like we can run anyways. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. You're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What do you think is going to happen isn't. Because the Mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The Mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean? Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the Mastermind let their guard down. There was? If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. It'll be better for us if we get to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. Still a little, super uneasy about this. We don't really have a choice, do we? Monokuma should be in the gym. Let's get going. Yeah.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
Exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
You are supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
what?
So what if I did? What will you do?
The guilty part is exposed during the class trial. They alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko, do whatever you feel have to. What?
However,
Before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I lose? You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial by yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
Supposed to be chosen as the black and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
When Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. In response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened, trying to execute him, made the choice out of desperation. No more than that. Must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
Then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw you a wrench, so to speak, in your previous execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you've killed it.
am I wrong?
And now here's the absolute cruise. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would certainly be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. Blackened is exposed. They alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto? And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that.
What is this, a comedy we're doing to make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
Now you're trying to talk like some sort of famous detective type.
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire. But we are confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What's that supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
It's not you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right. Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. You have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice.
So what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. Be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? Probably just execute me without another word.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Barry.
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for some bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible, but it certainly would make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
If we were to do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And because cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will hope win out, or might despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown.
He agreed. And we still have a shot at this.
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? So just guessing the killer is a barely fitting end. This final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay then, let's bear it all. Can you claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school? Then you win. But if you can't do all that,
We'll face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
Before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
what's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. So what?
Hey,
I just wanted to confirm that is what you said, right? And if that's a true statement,
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception for that.
Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations. I mean, whoever killed Mukuro.
It's a very polarizing... But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you?
Why so mad? Seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Yeah.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Alright, bub, we heard you. Gum's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. Could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. Still had my life, and still had a chance. Overall, things have turned way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind... But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they? They had no choice but to accept, huh? It's all because that one moment, the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was the mastermind let their guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself. Do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that. What do you think? What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. Yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it. But think of it in another way. There must have been some reason they had to have done something like that. Reason. Had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. Or to show the world? Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, forcing us to kill each other. All the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. It makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody. Mastermind's ultimate goal is to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? Prove a point, most likely. Prove a point? The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. Talking about hope, right? For those of us who represent hope, to kill each other, sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that and try to prove despair is better than hope. That's their goal, is the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous. You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. The kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation... Oh, wait, I accidentally skipped over it. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet... The same motivation is what led the mastermind to revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. Mastermind has to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this would have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who were watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. In my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, that made me out to be a killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. Due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk, to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove that the world of despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect
In other
form.
words,
That would only do to the mastermind harm. Wait, it would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. All that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue. Again, though, I couldn't prove any of this. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. It seems like I got it right this time, at least. I won the bet. And a quick sigh, a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. Yeah, I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. Anyway, we can't just relax yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time. Everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win. Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True. But now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone. Is that really possible, huh? Anyway, right now we have to go find the others. They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Probably in the dining hall. They always are. Just gonna see, is like the second floor open? No. Suddenly we were greeted with you again. Is he broken? Suppose an emotional instability reached his limit. Jeez, what the heck? I wonder what that was all about. Couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah.
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone's there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. Started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell? Yeah, I mean, that seriously stinks.
Ah, it's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo.
Flash, my tears dried up. What's going on?
Still can't believe you survived.
Yeah, me either.
Do you realize why it is you escaped the situation?
It's alter ego. You saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people live saved their life by a computer program. Imagine it was a learning experience for you.
What?
Yo,
Go to, what's it like hanging out in the spirit world? Didn't go to the spirit world. To get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't get to talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? What have you guys been doing while I was gone?
Well, we figured out since the trial was over, we'd have to have access to new places again. No dice, all the rooms that were locked before are still locked.
There are new areas. When can we go find new clues?
Are you singing? Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, you can be rotten.
Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. Hey, Lynn. Seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We have to explain to everyone what happened with Monkey.
Explain what?
But it's okay that you're here. What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
It's related to what I have to tell you all. To tell you about the last class trial.
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Girl's trial.
What, seriously?
how about that?
What's the point in redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you. Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What he's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
What do you say? The mastermind killed Mukuro.
that's right.
That's right. It was an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it. The decision meant that he would be the one to die. You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just, But executing Makoto wasn't the Black Hand is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Black Hand is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. That's why I went and negotiated with them to have one trial one more time. The mastermind agreed? Doesn't that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage that you needed, didn't you? Very observant of you. I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. You said, now it's the mastermind who's ensnared. That's what you're referring to. Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. So now this, what do we do now? It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. I still don't have a voice for a man. It's weird. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. First to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? When looking around all this time, we still don't know anything, right? Ah! You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, I said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us. Fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever in the master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. Rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries? That's pretty tall friggin' order. Well, maybe, but this time the trial's different. We know who our enemy is now. Work together and search as hard as we can. I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Okay. You can't agree? Why not? Working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too at first, till Monokuma gave us that little hint of his hint. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. Okay, enough puns. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began when 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other
If
words,
the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, the mastermind would have to have set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot at Hope's Peak are the 16 students that have been taking part in the killing game. And the mastermind is... There are 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro, you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And if those 16 people who started with were the only ones still alive, are the people standing right here? Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And if that's one impossibility, we can't ignore it. Yes, maybe their ultimate right is the ultimate despair, so there must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us were the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Do you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Hey, they snuck up and controlled him in secret. I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times. Maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way we could have all had those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Fuck.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
You goofy bastard. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
Fine.
The time for talk is done. We need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning
In the
anyway.
name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself. The Togami blood drained through my veins. No time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then... Making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. No matter. You didn't take me with him. Do you blame him? Imagine the rest of you are like, coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. And Toko trudged to the dining hall. Now she's gone. You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Just leave Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait, I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Haha. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. But I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. God, that's really nice of you to say. Still no, totally. I don't want to talk anymore. So I figured, here's the maybe and some no to get out of here. I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. It was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again, it's just us two. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're gonna do our searches separately doesn't mean we still can't work together. It goes for all of us. I see, I think what you mean. Doing our own investigations doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. Just see it as a splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. Visit all the places we couldn't go before. Koto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. That Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. Don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I have to prove the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity. Solve the mystery of the school. And all escape together. Guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were however dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They've also been struck in the head with an object of venom. Yeah, we already seen this one, Bob. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusawa, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Start with the rooms that were locked up until now. Headmaster room, biolab, and the door in the data center. Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and on the second floor, the dorms. Down before that should be open now. We'll have to double check areas that will connect to the murder. Actually, the garden dojo. Okay, that's handy. Alright, since I'm right here. Second floor dorms. Oh dang, these are some nice stairs. Sheesh. I like them. Gates open. Can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. No, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. Oh. That's blood. Bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really bed anymore. It's just garbage. Oh, papers. No. Okay, so bathroom. So there's like I opened the door, glanced inside, and immediately closed again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Rip. This girl's bathroom. In a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Boys' room. Alright. What's there? Okay, that's kind of spooky. This room's filled with lockers. Must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. Class before ours must have used these lockers. Huh. What if I can open this locker? Nope, locked. Card reader installed on the door. Must be how you get the locker open, after all. It's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up, so that's what I mean. Well, I'll just give it a try. Take my handbook and run across the card reader. Then, a lock. Maybe the locker's open. Owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Okay. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Okay, so this room is useless. Or maybe... Huh. That's kind of scary. Not gonna lie. Oh, this room's intact looking. Oh, hey, this room's intact. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still only have one regret. Should I check it out one more time? Huh? Regret? Fuck you on about. Looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. Probably shouldn't bother her. This PC on the desk must belong to the headmaster.
It would seem.
Whoever used this last looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. PC still has some search results left on it. Means we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
Not much though. Nothing we don't already
in
know.
other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose deriving comes from despair.
however,
That's all there is. Not much to it here, is there? I guess that's the best he could do is a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? Appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. Desk is home to a computer. Must belong to the headmaster. Okay. Secret closet. Oh, there's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something.
so.
There's a gap here, but not any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze. Likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, what does that mean? Mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Very easy trick, yes. So I'm sure you can even call it a trick. Saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right.
However,
Don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. So we can't really go from there. Alright, that's not nearly enough to go on.
true.
Look through all this paperwork, all the files on this PC and everything I think of. I read more about him than I had any desire to. Nothing. It might have been his password. I think about how much time I'm wasted on this. Jeez. There's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Well, yeah, but maybe for her. There's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we have to figure out the password. Kyoko can't figure it out. No, wait. I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. Password could be Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Oh, definitely her name. Write your name. Oh, sorry, I was trying to yeah, I knew it. Sure, she had tried. I mean, it's totally understandable. To the way she talked about her dad, the idea that she would use her name as a password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure? It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, do whatever you want, okay? It's definitely gonna work out. No cap. You know, I'm glad I thought of typing Kyoko's name. That's not it. I might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. Clear myself and turn the face to computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it. Beep current. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
why?
Why? Kyoko? Looking at me, she disappeared into the room. She looked. Yeah, she passed, I guess. But I mean, I got the password, so. Hey, Kyoko? May as well not have even been in the room. The case was fixed on only one thing. Oh. Wrapped and covered with such joy. It's made it so unusual. Oh no. Oh. Better check out that suspicion. Oh man. It's gonna be for oh. Slightly bright colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of bad vibe from it, but how can we not open it? Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably, huh?
It would seem...
It is what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, you know what's in there? Just don't scream or anything, okay? It's gonna be dead guy. Gonna open it. Gonna be a dead guy in the box. Set by heavy step, I approached the dead guy. Took a deep breath and closed it. Ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Began to sneak its way into the box. Hesitant glance inside it. Dead guy. Wait, am I? I was actually right. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. The last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? That was a... just as I thought. What? It was in the box. It was wrapped up all night, so I never would guess what's inside. Human bones. Huh. She thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones. It's not what I was thinking of the bones specifically. I had a feeling it would be his body. It's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for. Hold on. How can you know that's for sure? You know that's him.
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Final measurement in the late 30s seems possible somewhere in the school right now.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But enough puns. Here's a hint. Sure, I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students.
Yeah. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. The only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were 16 students. So when you put those ideas together, it doesn't make much to assume. Most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. It's my assumption anyways. Kyoko explained her analysis. She was completely calm. Well, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said only just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. No, Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? Give up some of that pride in order to hope to speak, not knowing there was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would you really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Oh, this picture. Oh. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is that a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you?
Oh, this is annoying. Came here to cut myself free of the past. Yet... to now find something like this. What do you expect me to do now? Dang! I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. And the headmaster had this picture all this time. He must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why, what? I want to face him and tell myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. It's the reason I came here. Now he's abandoned me again. This time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Sheesh, man. Headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I don't want to touch Kyoko's dead desk just yet.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. Don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Dang. From the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. Rummaged around the desk, each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. The last drawer. Huh? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency? Found some kind of emergency handbook in the teacher's desk.
in other words,
Handbook with no limitations given to the school ultimate authority, the headmaster. Assuming that's what it is, you're probably right.
it would seem.
Might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay?
Hey,
Listen, Makoto, huh? Can I ask you a favor? Favor? What is it?
so.
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to be alone for a bit. Yeah, but don't worry, I'm fine. Just need to calm down a little. Need
Just a
to
second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. Now you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he'd hope to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. This isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. The problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Alright, I'll see you later. Ah, fuck. Let me go. Is she really okay? Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. And it was a shock to me. What happened to the headmaster? They killed the headmaster. They killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. Headmaster is dead. Yeah, but we were wrong about that. Headmaster wasn't the mastermind. I mean, the mastermind's true identity is... Yeah. I just read that, like, for the millionth time. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Milker the max and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she is undeniably dead. So there's one still left alive, huh? Me? Byakuya. Hiro. Toko. Hina. And Kyoko. Among those 6 people are alive. There's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. You should believe there has to be some other way. There just has to be. Wacky. Man, that eye there is a very nice touch. Props to the game developers for putting that in there. I think it's like, wow, that makes it so much more scary. Adds to the whole atmosphere. Then they had this bopping music, like, come on, man. You wait. Alright, I guess I'll go to the bio lab. Wait, gym second floor. Oh, yeah. There we are. Well, here I am in the bio lab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. Like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. Far left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights, but on the other side... What's on the other side? Oh. There's some kind of weird machine or something. I've seen something like this before. I've seen this kind of horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge sorting dead bodies. And this biolab is actually a morgue. Should probably take a closer look around. Neat. Machine or something. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. Some of the lights are on. One's on the left. The right-hand lights are off. Huh. Tarps. Classic. Stack of tarps here. Been seeing a lot of those things lately. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the nickel lamps, we also prepared an ozone generator to remove ethylene gas. Insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated system's activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted. Our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. The unlikely event of a problem, red light will activate and an alarm will listen immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery for the upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Look around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. Some kind of makeshift morgue. Those lights have each slot. Looks like it's set so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. This would mean inside each slot is lit up blue, so the one side of victims is. Can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. Is defeat the mastermind. To do that, I have to continue my... Don't have any other option. Yeah, well, we gotta look at the bodies. Some kind of weird machine. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 9, but shouldn't Mukuro's body be in there or something? Oh wait. Yeah. Wait, one sec. Let's take a recap. So there was Sayaka, Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Taka and Hifumi, Celeste, and Sakura. Then Mokuro should be in there or something. Yeah. Icicles hanging from the monitor. Kinda wanted to look at the bodies. Like that. Alright. Probably not gonna play for much longer here, but places to check. Headmaster's room. Alright. Oh, wait, map. Okay. Guess I'll just do the... I'll get it done with... I'll do the data center first.
Hey, Makoto.
Makoto, are you around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about what the Monokuma door. I figured all the doors in the school have been unlocked. That one should open too, right? Though I couldn't bring myself to open it. It might explode, right? And that might really suck, so you open it.
Sure, she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Alright. Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Oh, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded.
Henry raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath.
Okay, go ahead.
It'll be okay, right? Okay, here goes nothing. Threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than expected. There's no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was,
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi!
yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but this place is like a #1 gross, like a whole different league of creepy.
What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Fumi would probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. What that mean? Let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Or you can't just or whatever, something like this. It's too late. He's already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, it came from the other room. You know, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but it was that one. The one button that says data center. Data center. Take a good look at the control panel. I saw a bunch of buttons seen for the name of the room next to it. There's a key in a set. That one was labeled data center. It must be the one she pushed. But the data center, right next door, the one we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. Probably better go check it out.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now. I'll just cheer you on from over here.
Okay. So that's where all the Monokumas are controlled from. I'll just hear what I think I heard. Is that Monokuma? What's up, man? Hey.
Gord, give me all your donuts.
Is that you, Hina?
Oh, what? Oh, man, busted. How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
You don't even know you're controlling?
I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Guess what I found? A self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, don't push it.
Oh, man.
Are you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, that settles it. The Monokuma drawing on it, the control panel inside. Look at this dude. Anyway, I guess that settles it. Alright.
Whoa. Hey, Makoto. What the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
Huh? What do you mean?
What you're controlling right now, it was Monokuma.
Monokuma? What, for real?
Yep, looks like the panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the Mastermind is controlling Monokuma from this room. Yep, they were definitely in here. Mastermind is controlling Monokuma from this room. The control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the Mastermind can't control us and get monitors and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right.
But if the Mastermind... I mean, they've been inside the school this whole time, right?
I guess that would have to be true, but if that is true... Okay, yes. The Mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. How do you use everything okay?
Oh, well, it's where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something?
Can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like,
I'll leave soon.
still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. Can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, where you want to get going? What's this? What's wrong, Connor? Let's hurry up and get out of here. I was checking out the floor mat. Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard strings. What was that? The door just locked on its own. What? Hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Right, it's locked, but why?
Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted.
Monokuma.
Ain't no fair. You can't go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just stopped moving.
In that room.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
Correctamundo.
That doesn't make any sense. Just in there, we didn't see anyone.
Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you weren't as thorough as you could have been?
Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? Ah, I was about to check that.
Too bad. That was your one big chance, and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace!
He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? The fact that you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. And when I said we should leave, that hatch couldn't have been opened from the outside anyways, so it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. Just stay positive and make most of our time we have left. Okay. There's something I don't get at. It's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm running around and telling everyone if I hear you. Nice, you got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Took off at full sprint. Have to do what I can too. There's only one way forward. I'm gonna save. I want to finish, but like I've been playing for too long. Alright. Alright.